Kiran, and I am 25 years old as of now. I was born here in a city named Calicut in the state of Kerala, and I had almost all levels of my schooling from here only, most of it. In between, from third standard to fifth standard, I had to go to Rajasthan for 2 years since my father was working in the military services. So I just had to transfer there, and I came back to Kerala after like 2 years. And I continued my schooling here at Calicut. So my ambition was like, when I saw this computer and all those things, I was like, after a few time, like when my rush towards the gaming came to an end, I started, getting more deeper about what is this. When my computer went wrong, when I used to talk to the service personnel, they say the RAM has blown off or something like that. And that gave me a lot of curiosity towards computers. And then I started exploring a bit about, like, I started accumulating a bit knowledge about these sort of different small hardwares like computer. And from there, I started picking up more and more things about it, like what is a cabinet, what is the purpose of UPS in this, the screen. Usually, my first computer was having CRT monitor, and then I changed to LCD, LED, and all sorts of things. So I think that's the foundation where I started playing around computers. After joining there, what I expected was a lot of practical sessions, playing around different gadgets, different things, circuits and all the things. But the reality was a bit saddening. What I expected and the reality was something like both were on the diametrically opposite genres. The play around practical was completely in the theory part, and the practicals were also like very much limited. Like we had hardly 2 days in a week, that too like 2 hours of sessions for the laboratories. Other things were completely theoretical, which was again a sort of boring stuff for me. But I somehow managed my first year. I didn't have backlogs. No, I had one backlog in my first year. After which, like, I went on to second, third. From there, I accumulated a few more backlogs, and then by the end of my course, I was almost done with the backlogs and also things. But I had exactly 2 backlogs. After clearing that, I decided that my skill sets were not industry relevant. From there, I decided to join some sort of courses in the sense, some sort of like that will have a lot of practical sessions. So I ended up exploring different companies that provide these sort of courses in Bangalore, and I joined along with my friend. So we had a discussion like we will go for this course after clearing my backlog. And thankfully, I quickly cleared my backlog. And then from there, we went to Bangalore for an embedded software development course. And I was doing pretty much decently and performing in a good manner there, along with my friend. He was also like interested in these sort of practical things than the theoretical part. So while we were doing these things, suddenly this pandemic struck, and we were unable to continue the course because it was mostly hardware driven. Like there were different sort of processors, microcontrollers, and also things. We had to literally write programs to run those things. From there, I was literally in a stuck situation at Bangalore in my PG, and then I started playing around my laptop, mobile, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and then reading different blogs. I like reading blogs, and I like to read answers from Quora as well. And while scrolling through these things, I heard about different institutes like Full Stack Academy, Lambda School. And then while reading one answer at Quora, I read a name like Masai School. I was like, what is this Masai? That word was completely new to me. From there, I started picking up like I just went to this website and what is this all about? Then I started getting familiar with the idea of coding boot camp. The fast-paced curriculum in which the student gets to learn a lot of things in a short span of time and make them upskilled enough to land on a job of their interests. That was the initial way in which I landed on Masai, and then then the MSAT happened. Talking about support from this company, it's really great. The curriculum team has their own process. The entire formation, like the curriculum, placement, onboarding, all these things were working in sync. Like once the curriculum teams give the Masai accreditation, then you have to go for placement. By the time you get that, accreditation from there, you get more confident that you have made a good progressed here, and they are assessing you. They tell you the way in which you must sit, the posture that you must maintain, that soft skills development overall. It's not just like Yogesh sir always used to say during the sessions that Harvard research shows that 80% soft skill is important. Well, soft skill has more important than hard skills when to thrive in a job, and that's pretty much true. Like when I'm working today here, it's like I have to code, like I develop build softwares and maintain products here, but at the same time I have to communicate a lot. I have to discuss ideas, I have to convey my opinion to them, and then a mutual respect has to be maintained, and then land on a final decision and just go ahead. So these sort of diligent and commitment approach is really great. At every point, this interview was like a cakewalk for me because I had been associated with the procedures, whatever I was just trying to follow up, whatever was told here. I had the sense because the curriculum that they're trying to form was like tightly packed. That shows that they have the commitment towards the student, and so I decided to follow that adamantly, and just that helped me pave my way.